So the last thing that we're going to do with solving systems using substitution is to figure out what happens when we have solutions that have special answers. So these first two are going to come out to special solutions. In the first case, we're going to use substitution again. We already know what y is equal to, so that's the negative 4x plus 4. So again, we rewrite this bottom equation, negative 4x minus, and then we substitute the y, or what y is equal to, into the y in the other equation. So we have negative 4x plus 4. And then we finish off this equation. So equals negative 7. We have to do a little bit of math here. So we're going to have to start by distributing that negative symbol. We can consider that a negative 1. So we're going to distribute that to both terms, and we get negative 4x. That carries down. Negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4x, and negative 1 times 4 is minus 4. Carry down the negative 7. So when we combine like terms, these are going to cancel out. So negative 4x plus 4x, that is going to be a 0x minus 4 equals negative 7. And we can rewrite that as that is gone because 0x is just no x's. So we get negative 4 equals negative 7. So this means we're going to get a special solution. We should know this immediately once we see that the x's cancel out. Now, for this solution, if we know that there are two things that are unequal to each other, you should know that negative 4 and negative 7 are not the same. So once we know that they are unequal, that means that we have no solution. And that's because this is unsolvable. And these two lines, circumstantially, these two lines are going to be parallel lines that would never cross each other. So they do not have a solution where they cross. A similar thing is going to happen with our second set of equations. So in this system of equations, we have something quite similar. We have y equals that negative 6x minus 17. And we're going to substitute that into the bottom equation. So we're going to have negative 18x minus 3. And then we're substituting the negative 6x minus 17 in there. That is all equal to 51. So again, we distribute negative 18x. Negative 3 times negative 6 is plus 18x. And negative 3 times negative 17 is positive 51. So something should stand out to you here. But once we cancel these terms out, we have a negative 18 plus x plus an 18x. So that will again give us 0x plus 51 equals 51. And once we do that, we can cancel out the x again, same step as before, and we get 51 equals 51. Now, the same thing happened before where that x term canceled out, but in this case, instead of having two numbers that are different from each other, we have two numbers that are the same. And so this means that these two terms are going to give us, this is going to give us infinite solutions. We get infinite solutions when you have two lines that are going to be on top of each other. So these two equations represent two lines that are equivalent, and they would give us infinite solutions because they're going to trace each other on top of each other.